46.4, their dressage score, clearing the show jumping. They Panizzon and One Night Love. They get their final few seconds of countdown. This owned by Susan Perrett, Vittoria herself, Sean Allison and Lucy Allison. 9-year-old by Hurricane. 15th at Wellington in the 8-9-year-old class, the advanced class at Wellington a few weeks ago. 18th at Barbary in the CIC 2-star. Former Olympic rider, double Olympic rider. And 8th at the British Eventing Young Horse Championships in 2015. They go on to the Cup Cadet, right on a push at 2. She's a very neat rider across the country and also a very quick rider across the country as well. You might remember her with the lovely grey Panizzon, who she rode at Olympic level. She also rode at the European Championships in Stregon in Poland.
I would say I would not be surprised if Vittoria got very close to the time, if not inside, because she would be a very, very quick rider.
And she's a rider that rides quite short in her stirrups as well, isn't she?
Yeah, very, very short. Also in her show jumping as well, and I watch her ride. She's obviously very comfortable in that way, and I think I would get sprunged out of the tack if I did. I think my legs are too long for that, but yeah, it obviously works for Vittoria. With, I think her results can show that she's pretty comfy that way.
So One Night Love, Vittoria Panizzon for Italy, safely through the Biffa complex at 4, coming to the Townfield Flyer at 5, and this really feels like you're flying.
She took a bit of a long one there, and she really hunted down to that, but One Night Love responded very well. And this next question, it's kind of can be a bit of a messy question, is the way I'd put it. I didn't love the hedge out. I think, if they're honest, they should read it and jump it, and that was very nicely done out.
I think what we noticed yesterday more than anything is that as you hit the water, you've got to be forward coming up the hill. Those that are coming through the water holding, you're getting quite a deep spot to that hedge coming out up the top of the hill.
Yeah, and I actually got there a little too...
Barbary, Shields, and then the Cotswold Life Stone Wall at 9. Up the hill they come to the Mojo Road, their right-hand descent down. And this is energy zapping for the horses. Up and down, constantly changing rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is also where we see the time being so tight, because there's not just nice flat ground you can run across. You've really got to keep the power on, really. And coming down that hill, you need to adjust, you need to set up, the ground's wet. I think that's where we're going to see this time hard to get.
And it was lovely to see Vittoria then. As she turned the corner, she was committed then to that first bunt. You knew she was going to get the 3.
Yeah, and I prefer that ride. I think that's the right way to ride that question. And you could see how well it flowed compared to the ones that have been adding. Looks a bit sticky, whereas she just rolled straight through. It was really nicely done.
And am I right in saying that with cross-country riding as well, if you start to get those slightly sticky strides, you start to lose a little bit of the trust, a little bit of the confidence, and that then can come out in the whole cross-country round and maybe just result in a few sticky moments later on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the case, especially with a younger, less experienced horse. You want to keep that sort of rhythm throughout your whole round. Obviously, that's what we